Most people fail to create lasting habits during the new year, not because they're lazy, but because they lack the scientifically proven systems to make habits feel effortless. In this live stream, I'm going to be giving you the research backed advice to create long lasting healthy habits so that you can become the best version of yourself in 2026. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. I'm Emily. I've worked as an engineer for over a decade, and on this channel, I give you the scientific strategy to design, build, and manifest your dream life. And that starts with you, about doing aligned action every single day to become the best version of yourself. But it's sometimes hard to create new habits around that aligned action. So today I thought it'd be really helpful if we went through the systems-based formula I use to become my dream woman. I know last year I was in a really bad place. Honestly, I was so depressed because I was in a job that felt like jail and I was dead broke in an apartment with 3 other roommates. Today, I am so happy to say that I landed my dream job and I now live in a luxury apartment. And that is all because I've been able to consistently show up for myself to build my dream future over the course of the last year. So this is the system that helps me to hopefully help you grow into a new version of yourself this year. All right, number 1. Habits always fail because you have not yet been able to shift your identity. If you're trying to step into a new version of yourself, the first thing you have to do is to start feeling like the person who already has these habits as a normal part of the daily life. Instead of saying, I want to run, I want to go to the gym, I want to eat healthy, I want to read every day, I want to journal every day, talk about it in a way, even to yourself, that it's already a part of your being. Say, I am a runner. I am someone who reads every day. I am someone who shows up for themselves and their dream future. And just that tiny language shift can really make a huge difference. Most habits fail because they rely on motivation, and everyone knows that at some point your motivation and your willpower will wane. There will be days that you're tired, there will be days where you're exhausted, and there will be days where you feel like you can only put in the minimum effort. So you want to make sure that you create systems that make habits feel easy even on the hard days. Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. Today we're talking about my systems-based habit system that creates structure around habits to make them feel easy in the new year. Hi, welcome to the live stream, everyone. Okay, so we don't want to rely on motivation and we don't want to rely on discipline. We want to rely on structure that makes it easy even on the hard days. And there's 3 things to do that for. You can unpack your environment, you can rewrite your personal identity, and you can do things to make the habit feel easier. Hi, no, I don't think I can make my voice deeper. I naturally have a really high voice. Actually, people say often that it sounds like a Disney character, which I think is funny. Hi, Zoe. I'm happy you were the first one here too. Ah, all right, so the first thing that I want to talk about is identity-based behavior change. And this is super, super important and is psychologically backed to really change your life. It is impossible to step into aligned action to manifest your dream life if you don't believe you're the type of person who can actually do it. The change that comes from manifestation starts when you believe that you're the woman who deserves that kind of life. No, I do like the white strips for teeth whitening. All right, we have today in our fun tippity drinks, I have some matcha, which is kind of off-brand for me, but in the new year, I'm trying to like matcha. It's good for my skin, and I'm breaking out a lot recently, so I'm a little upset. Okay, some of the things that I do to help me create new identity around my behavior habits is to get out my planner. Here she is. I just got it in. It's brand new from Papier. This is how I track my habits over the course of the year. You can use a habit tracker app, but I actually find this to be a lot more fun. I love, love, love old-fashioned stationery, so I always use this. And I use this to do a deep dive, or more like a check-in every month, about who I want to become and like what I'm working towards that year. Hi, no, I don't have veneers. These are my real teeth. All right, so every month I do a little check-in and I kind of think about what's been going right in the last month and what I want to change in the month to come. And then in the section that's like your daily schedule, I don't actually use this for a planner. I use this to track habits that I've done that I want to encourage myself to do. So your brain is much like a child, it responds to positive reinforcement. So one way to reward yourself every time you do a good habit is to write it down, give yourself a little gold sticker, and kind of like reward yourself for that. Of course, Joe, this is a safe place. Hello, director. I love that comment. It always makes me giggle, son. Okay, so we're going to work on in our journal creating identity-based affirmations that help you believe you're the type of person who can have that dream life. And then in your planner, you want to make sure that you write down when you make that positive change so that when you look back through, you realize, oh, I went to the gym 3 times this week. Oh, I went on a walk 3 times this week. Oh, I read my book 3 times this week. And it just reminds your brain that, oh, yes, I am showing up for myself. Oh, yeah. So I like doing it on a phone calendar as well, but I'm on my phone so much for creating content and just like talking to my friends that I like to get out of the digital world when I can. It's a problem for me, my screen time. My goal is to be less on my phone in the new year, but it's so hard. It's so hard. Hi, Lions. Welcome to the live stream. All right, number next. Let's see what we have. A really, really important thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is to shift your thinking away from what do I want in the new year. Your dream board is really focused on desire, right? So we talked about the dream board yesterday, also known as a vision board. And this is great to clarify what you want. But it's much more useful to think about who you want to be. Because that being energy, I find to be much easier to step into than the desire wanting energy. And if you're in the wanting energy, you can emotionally feel in lack a lot, which is a little depressing if you know you're not quite yet the person you want to be. Hi, Jack. Welcome to the live stream. So I need a new journal, actually. I just got a new planner. So my old journal is this one here from Emily Lee. These are the Emily Lee journals. They look like little books. They're so cute. I love them. But I need a new one because I'm almost at the end of this. So I'll be looking to order a new one of those after I set up my planner. And I got lots of fun stickers to share with you guys today. So these are the stickers I got, and my mom got me these. Very, very cute. Okay, let's get to my skincare for the get ready with me because whenever I get yapping, I always get ready really slowly. All right, next. Number next. This next point is going to seem so stupid, but it's actually one of the few things that's made lasting behavior change possible for me. If you want to create a new habit and it seems really daunting now, I suggest you make it so small it seems stupid to not be able to do it. So, for example, if you want to work out more in the new year, do not make the goal to go to the gym for 2 hours a day. Make the goal showing up for 5 minutes, or make the goal going on a 10-minute walk. Because what we really want to focus on is create the habit of showing up. And then over time, you can expand that habit to include like doing more in the actual session. But before we, scale the habit, we want to make sure that the habit is there in place. Hi, welcome to our live stream, everyone. I don't eat milkshakes. Actually, unfortunately, I'm allergic to milk. Oh, Jack, I don't think that I've lost any weight. I'm sorry I look thinner, but it is what it is. Do. All right, let's get back to the skincare. I think I got all your comments. Today, I always have my acne products because I'm breaking out a bit, but it's always when I am having too much caffeine and I'm not sleeping well, and I just not been sleeping well recently. Jack was like, "You look tired" on the last live stream. I'm like, "Correct. I feel tired." Oh, so Running Man said something really important. So we were talking about going to the gym more, right? Great habit for the new year. And he was saying that you don't even have to go to the gym because there's stairs. That's true. I actually found out that I was feeling the most fit when I was making sure I got my 10K steps a day. It doesn't need to be a heavy lift. I was just showing up to get movement every day. And I think that gentle movement actually helped a lot with my mental health, making me more relaxed and like happy. So that was my way to kind of make the habit as small as possible so that showing up for the thing felt easy. I do have good hair. I have actually a whole like beauty self-care channel. It's Emily.Rasket if you want my hair hacks. It's her birthday. Happy birthday. Hi, Jacob. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you. I try really hard to have symmetrical eyebrows. I actually just dyed them last night. My eyebrow system is I get them laminated, so they kind of flatten down when they're laminated, and then my eyebrow lady shapes them for me, and I just kind of maintain them over time. Hi, welcome. So I'm from Rhode Island. That's in the US. It's in like the New England area. So some examples of making habits super, super small are instead of going to the gym a lot, you want to maybe do 3 push-ups a day. Instead of writing a whole paragraph in your journal every day, just start with one sentence. Master the habit of showing up, and then you can scale the habit from there. Hi, Donnie. Welcome to the live stream. Hi. Okay, let's get to number next. This is my favorite. It's design your environment. I recently moved to a new apartment. This apartment has been monumentally helpful in me creating better habits because it's the new environment, completely new setting, and it's easy to do the things that I want my future self to do, like film more videos, go to the gym more, eat healthier. When I was in my old apartment, I had to walk to go to the gym. It was kind of far away. So in the winter, when it was 10 degrees outside, I didn't go very much. But now my gym is right in the building, so I have no excuse. I just walk downstairs and go to the treadmill. And being in an apartment where I'm, living alone, it's easy for me to film all the time. And I leave my camera set up in 2 different locations. So our live stream setup is here at my vanity. And I also have like a more formal setup in my living room where we do talking head videos. And having that all done means that the doing of the thing is just so easy. I just show up and pop the camera on. And that's how I've hacked my environment to make it easier. And that's something Andrew Huberman talks about all the time in his videos. So I love his advice if you're trying to get more into habit change. And I also really enjoy Atomic Habits. So if you're looking for a book that will help you create new habits in the new year, highly recommend Atomic Habits because he focuses on systems behavior change instead of forcing your will onto the world. I obviously don't believe in forcing discipline and your will onto the world, especially as a woman, because I think we thrive in our feminine energy and we thrive in the flow state. And you can't, I don't believe, be simultaneously in your flow state and forcing your will at the same time. Hi, David. Welcome back. I have actually never done modeling unless you count making ads for skincare companies, but oh, this is a fun question. So my dream job as a child was definitely to be a Disney princess, and at some point, my dad had to break it to me that that wasn't a stable job, unless I was at Disney World, of course. And then I thought I was going to be a fashion designer, but I wanted some stability, so I actually ended up going into the architecture program at school. And then I realized I didn't want to go get my master's degree. It was like too much schooling for me. And then I ended up being an engineer. And I've worked as an engineer for over a decade. And on this channel, I bring my systems based thinking to you guys to give you the blueprint to build your dream life. Hi. Okay, I think I got all the comments. All right, let's see what's next. The key about creating a good environment is removing all of the resistance from the doing of the habit and making the simple things that you need to do to build your dream life feel easy. So if you want to go to the gym, you can leave your clothes out right next to your bed. If you want to use your red LED face mask more, leave it next to your bed when you wake up in the morning. If you want to wear a cute outfit of the day, leave that out so that your brain is like nudged to doing the thing. Hi, Running Man. I'm 30 and I talk about all of my skincare beauty stuff on my beauty channel. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hi, Nisha. Welcome. Oh, that's funny. What kind of engineer are you? So I'm a civil engineer. So I've designed the blueprints that build buildings, and I did a little bit of highway design, but I didn't like it as much. Mhm. Wouldn't that be fun if I was like on a beauty magazine? Can we all manifest that for the new year? I actually had a few videos where I used some Dior products in my Instagram stuff. I tagged them, and I had a little dream when I was tagging them that I would be part of one of the Dior beauty campaigns, but hopefully, fingers crossed. Hi, welcome. So, in this live stream, we're talking about how we create systems based habits so that they actually stick in the new year instead of relying on sheer willpower to stay in that dream version of yourself. Hi, welcome, new subscriber. If you are a new subscriber, please leave your name as well because sometimes the usernames are not your real names. It feels silly saying like copy ninja. Say hi. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I definitely wasn't going into electrical engineering. It wasn't for me. And yeah, I think at the time when I decided to be a civil engineer, I just wanted stability. I don't think it was a great fit for my personality, and I was very unhappy in the job. So I actually worked in a job that I hated for about a decade, and I never, found a position that I wanted in that field. It wasn't until I started working like doing my side projects that I realized my personality was probably better suited to something in sales. So now I still am working within the construction industry, but I'm on the sales side of things instead of design. And I get to like go educate clients, talk to people, and kind of use all my interpersonal skills and communication skills instead of being behind a desk, if that makes sense. Hi. Hi, welcome to the live stream. Okay, so this is my sunscreen. I always joke that I'm a bad influencer because I always forget to tell you about the products. But this sunscreen I use every single day. Um, do, 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 do. If you want to also disincentivize yourself from doing things, so let's say you're trying to break a bad habit. I'm trying to break the habit of eating at night because whenever I eat late at night, I always have a hard time falling asleep and it's not good for your digestion. So that's one of the habits in 2026 that I'm trying to break is late night snacking. So one of the things that I've done is to make sure that I start my intermittent fasting tracker on the Zero app right after I finish my dinner. And that kind of incentivizes me to stop eating because I don't want to break the little clock that's going. Hi, Maima, I think is your name. Welcome to the live stream. Hi, Zoe, welcome. Yeah, Running Man. So I wear sunscreen every single day. Studies show that photo aging, aka aging from the sun's rays, is the number one thing that's going to make you look older. So if you want to do any kind of anti-aging habits, it is wear sunscreen every single day. And that is just prevention 101 in the anti-aging community. Okay, let's back to the get ready with me. We are on to makeup now. I love my nails also. So these are some press-ons with sticky tabs. I am obsessed. I'm trying to find new ways to make my nails be healthier, but while still looking cute and fun. And this is my latest solution. Oh, I'm sorry. It's interesting. Some people say that my voice is kind of like soft and cute, and some people say that it's really high. It is what it is. Oh, I'm so glad you like the live streams. I'm finding them fun. So I used to make more formal videos, talking head videos, and I still do that. But I've wanted to kind of make the channel a little more personal and I thought this was a good way to build community. Hi, Vanessa. Thank you for the question. So, we don't really talk about political stuff on this channel, but I know that was a really hard event for a lot of people in the US to deal with. And I would always just tell you to focus on what you have control over. A lot of the things that happen in the news are completely out of our control, and fretting about them is just going to make you miserable. So focus on the controllables, focus on what you can do. What happens in your house is way more important than what happens on the news. And just keep that in mind whenever you're kind of getting frustrated about how things are working in the external world, just look back at yourself and what you can control. I do like K-pop actually. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. So funny. I think I love Lisa and all the girls from Blackpink. I really think they're fun. The outfits and the music is really uplifting and it always makes me feel in a good mood. BTS is okay. I'm not as big a fan as I am of Blackpink, but like Jisoo and Rosé, big fan. Jennie. I'm always using the Professional. This is my favorite pore filling primer. My mother, God bless her soul, has really big pores that she gifted me. But I have to fill them in every day if I want, flawless looking skin. This is a new primer I'm trying. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. I recently ran out of this one from Morani Beauty. Could we all send them a letter telling them to make this back in stock? This is being discontinued and I've run out of it. I've used it so many times. Okay. There we go. This is just a hydrating primer, but I don't think it works as well as the Armani one. Do I like Cat's Eye? Do you mean like the nail polish? I don't know what you mean. Are the Stray Kids better? I don't really know them very well. But to be fair, I'm not a big music person. Okay. Practical habits that I will be implementing for the new year in order to help me become the best version of myself are keeping my phone outside my bedroom. As I said previously, I am chronically online. Influencer problems. But I really have a hard time sleeping, so I will be hacking my environment in order to make it easier for me to sleep at night. And the key to that is most definitely keeping my phone out of my bedroom. So that way I'm forced to read at night and I'm forced to just relax instead of doom scrolling. And that leads us into our next, really the main thing that I want to get across in this live stream is that if you want big habit change, it's really, really important to think about the keystone habits that you need to get into your life that will enable good behavior in other areas. So, for example, a keystone habit I have is reading in the evening. And when I read in the evening, that sets off a domino effect of a ton of other good habits that happen, including going to bed early, including relaxing and feeling less anxious, including feeling happier because books make me happy. I'm a nerd. It's true. But doing that one thing makes it likely that a ton of other good things happen, including me working out in the morning because I've had enough sleep. Hi, welcome to the live stream, everyone. Hi, Naona. I think that's your name. I always have trouble pronouncing your names, but I do my best. I also have dark circles, so I suggest sleeping more. I have a beauty channel called Emily.Rescott, the science of self-care. So if you want my beauty secrets, definitely go over there. In the new year, I will be trying PRF, platelet rich filament, PRF. Yeah. So I will be trying that because I've heard that it helps rebuild thinning skin under your eyes. And I've done a lot of research. I think this is better than filler. A lot of the girls online have also been getting salmon sperm injected under their eyes. I don't know about this one. I still have to do research on that. But there is some good evidence around the PRF treatment. And it sounds a little scary, but it's worth it. I think that's better for filler than a lot of these synthetic products because if that goes wrong, you have to get it dissolved. And it does scare me a little bit. I have had filler and it is a game of whack-a-mole because like if it goes wrong or it moves, you have to get dissolved and then refilled. Ugh. Hi Rosie, welcome to the live stream. Okay. So let's go through some popular keystone habits that I have that improve multiple areas of my life. Also, we're going to be doing very light makeup today, kind of like no makeup. Some days we're in full glam mode. Today is a filming day, so I'll be filming some videos for you guys, and I like to look kind of natural when I talk about skincare videos because I don't want to be like overdone and kind of all covered up. Hi, yeah, actually, people say I look like Angelina Jolie a lot. Not sure why. I think we just both have brown hair. I get that and Megan Fox. Again, brown hair. Okay, so walking daily, specifically 10K steps, is a keystone habit for me. Dramatically improves my mental health, aka my happy hormones, and it decreases my anxiety. I think it has something to do with the morning sunlight. Andrew Huberman's always talking about morning sunlight on his pieces of content, and that has a ton of research that it helps reset your circadian rhythm. So, starting my day with a walk instead of getting on my laptop to do work is a great keystone habit for me because then emotionally and mentally I'm up leveled and like happier and I'm more productive throughout the course of the day. Ooh, yeah, you're right. This is like the Tomb Raider hair. My hair in braids is my go-to style for gym days and more casual days because my hair is quite long, and when I don't want to like be bothered with it, I put it in braids. Yeah, I sometimes do the one braids. So today I am not really going anywhere special. I have some chores to do. I have to film some videos. So this is a get ready filming day, but I have a really relaxed day. Thank goodness, because I'm exhausted. I've just been doing way too much recently. I was supposed to have some time off and instead I've been insanely productive. Oh, do you want a live stream with my mom? I'm sure she would love that. So my mom's the founder of Whole Being Institute, and I use everything that she has taught me from psychology to teach you guys to help you hack your mindset and become the best version of yourself. I used to be so frustrated with her when I was younger because I used to call her like the happy hippie. And all of her positive psychology nonsense felt like toxic positivity to me. But now, as an adult, I see all the wisdom of it. And I try to tell you guys all the time that your mind is the key to manifesting your dream life. Because if you're not your own best friend, you can't build this future. You have to set yourself up for success and use your brain like the tool it is instead of allowing it to run the show. Hi, welcome to a live stream. Yes, I'm going to church tomorrow. I thought that I was going to go today, so I have confirmation classes that I have to go to, so that's kind of what I've been doing on Saturday mornings. But we didn't have class today, which I was surprised about because I thought they were starting after the new year. But I go every Sunday regardless. It's like an immensely important habit for me to go to church all the time, to take time every week to reflect and kind of like reconnect with my purpose here. Oh, thank you, Simona. I appreciate that. I think Steve Harvey, although I don't know much about either of them, to be fair. Alrighty. I always try to conceal under my eyes and then just do the triangle of light. That's usually enough for me. If we're trying to do full glam, I do make a little bit of an effort to contour, but not when we're just having a more relaxed day. I have to make my green juice today. My favorite thing to do for my meal prep is to do green juice. And that always sets me on the right mood because when I'm having my green juice, my skin is glowing. And I think it's really important to kind of give yourself the nutrients from the inside out if you want to glow. I don't think that you're just going to fix all your skincare issues with another product. I have this breakout because I've not been sleeping and because I'm having too much caffeine. There is no secret. Like, you have to be healthy if you want glowing skin, and the healthier you are, the hotter you're gonna look. Hi, welcome to the live stream. You have a great day too. Yeah, I actually love when you guys are engaged in the comments because the whole reason I live stream is to connect with you and to, make my audience feel heard and make sure that you guys feel part of this community. So I love that. Okay, let's get to some more keystone habits. Something that I've been doing recently that really helps me is making sure that I have a protein packed breakfast and not breakfast at 2 p.m. I'm one of those people who can wait until like 2 in the afternoon to actually eat. And I know this is not a good habit. I know this is like my cortisol running way too high. But when I have breakfast in the morning, instead of waiting and subsisting on caffeine till 2, my energy levels are much more stable. I'm much less anxious and I can focus more throughout the course of the day. And I don't overeat, When I wait for a long time until I eat in the morning, I tend to overeat afterwards. Obviously, because my brain's trying to compensate for calories. But if I instead have like eggs, avocado, or smoked salmon for breakfast, always that makes me feel better. Hi, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I have a beauty skincare channel if you'd like to know my skincare habits. But here we're talking about habits today. Do you really have your hair braided like mine? I love that. This is one of my favorite kind of relaxed day hairstyles. I feel like it looks so polished without even trying, and that's like my favorite thing. I like having my hair in curls like for a big blowout, but it takes so long with my long hair. So I always try to do like low effort hairstyles. I also got one of those sleeping curlers, which works so well. So I use that all the time. But my hair is so long that most hairstylers just take too long. I don't have the patience for it. Well, Skipper, just remember that, like, I wouldn't say you're bad at makeup. Like, this is a skill that you can learn. And I don't feel like makeup is a personal skill of mine. I just do my makeup almost every day. So it's become like an ingrained habit and I've got better with it over time. Hi, I'm Malik. Hi, Malik. Welcome to the live stream. I'm doing well. I'm having a good day. I feel exhausted today because I've not been sleeping well. Hi, Jack. My tiara is in the other room, actually, so not today, but mostly I wear the tiara on live stream. I think it's really fun. Thank you. So I have a video on haircut habits that help me grow long, thick hair. Definitely check out my beauty channel for that. It's Emily.Raskett. But I used to have horrible, horrible hair because I had this haircut where the girl cut it like up to here. Even though I only asked for an inch to be gone, I was traumatized, truly traumatized. But the nice thing about that is that I learned how to create like really, really beautiful, luscious, healthy hair. And just a quick tip for you guys, I would always tell you don't bleach your hair ever. Keep it away from dyes and bleach as much as possible. And then I always use this oil on my hair the day before I wash it. It has rosemary oil in it, along with some other healthy hydrating oils. So that's my two biggest key steps. Hi, Hi, welcome to the live stream. I'm tiny. I'm 5'3". I've done well though. I mean, my grandma was only 4'11", so I've done well. Why do you feel insecure about makeup, Mel? I don't like to hear that. What do we think? So this is the complexion done. That always takes me the longest because I'm really, really careful to like blend it in really well. And then this is the powder I use, and I use this just to like get rid of the pores and stuff. What would help make makeup feel more fun to you? Because it's not meant to be a chore. Like, this fun experience of being a woman is supposed to be, enjoyable. And I never want people to feel like they have to wear makeup or that, it's a chore or a requirement. If you feel like it's fun and you enjoy the process, I'd highly recommend and kind of get into the act of learning how to do it. And you could feel really proud of yourself as you get better at it, which is always what I find. I never like it when I feel bad at a thing. Like when you don't feel competent, you're not usually confident. But as soon as you get competent in doing makeup, usually you get confident about the process. Oh, thank you, Jack. That's nice. All right, let's get on to some powder. And I use this little puff on the edge of my nose because this really helps fill in those pores and helps to set it. And then I use a brush almost everywhere else because otherwise I look a little too dry because I live in the New England in the Northeast and it is frigid here in the winter. Okay, and I do my smile lines. Sorry about that. Oh, thank you. So, let's get the puff off. My nails today are actually press-ons. I've used sticky tabs. I'm on my nail health journey. So I got a nail infection when I went to the nail salon earlier, and my nail was like inflamed and red and gross. So I've had to think of ways that I can still have my nails be cute, but not like destroy my actual nail bed. So this is my solution. We'll see if it works, and it might not, but like we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Hi. Thank you. I think they're cute, right? They have little gold flakes on them. I do love designs, which people will be like, oh, designs are not very sophisticated. I don't care. I love them. I think they're cute. Yeah, Jack, actually, would you be my moderator? That would be really helpful. There are a few people who have moderator privileges, but they're not always on like the live stream. So that would be very helpful. Thank you, Lily. Yeah, I think they're really cute too. Hi, Amaya. Amaya is her name, right? Okay, when I do my no makeup days, one of the hacks that I do for my eyes, I don't typically wear a lot of eyeshadow, but I will do a base and a crease shade, but I use my contour stick in my crease. So I take this is the Fenty Match Stick, and then I just take my crease blending blush, and I just go here to create a natural shadow, and it looks like there's almost nothing there, but you can see the difference, right? So there's a little bit more crease here than here. It just looks a little sunken. Hi, Amaya. Oh, my notes are down here on my computer. Hang on. We were talking about Keystone habits. Daily planning, journaling, we talked about that. Consistent sleep schedule is my most important Keystone habit for the new year. Oh, if I could figure out how to regularly get good beauty sleep, we would all be happier. But I always struggle. My brain doesn't like to shut off at the end of the day. So the reading at night, I'm going to do some yoga too. I think yoga would be good to kind of relax at the end of the day. And I'm hoping that that really kind of gets my brain to understand that it's bedtime because it's not getting it recently. I did get some other good books. Do you guys want to see the books that I got recently? These are my new bedtime stories that I'll be reading. I have the Twisted Hate book, which is a series. I'm on the third one of this book series. And then I got the Cruel Prince. I love fantasy, magic, and romance. So if there's that in any book, it's for me. Oh, thank you. Jesus Lover. That's a funny nickname. Thank you. This is my grandmother's ring, actually. I love it. It always makes me feel really connected to her when I wear it. It's very sentimental for me. Oh, Skipper, that's a great goal. What do you think would help you feel beautiful without makeup? Because that's perfectly like valid. That's a great goal to have. I always feel that when I'm happy, I'm really glowing from the inside out. So whenever I'm feeling glum or sad, makeup or a cute outfit, they help me to kind of feel more uplifted and happy and relaxed. But, if I'm not feeling myself, it is sometimes good to use those tools to make me feel a little better. But focusing on my happiness and my joy make me feel like I glow from the inside out. Hi, King. Welcome to the live stream. This is the blush that I've been using. Love her. I have a hard time finding blush because a lot of them look too much on my skin. Oh, I know. Fantasy plus romance is like the best ever, right? Ooh, it's my favorite. I've just started reading The Cruel Prince, but it seems right up my alley. I know I make funny faces when I blush, but it is essential for proper placement. Okay. See? Looks a little diffused. And I do take blush up here because I find that it makes it look much more natural. It kind of looks like you've been out in the sun, No, I'm not a huge music person, but I'm open to trying new things. Am I even? I always struggle with this. Yeah, I need a little more on this side. Mhm. Okay, nice. I think I've over blushed today, but I'm starting to think that's just my normal. So this blush is pink. Does it look brown on camera? Yeah, let's do a little swatch for you guys. Definitely pink, definitely pink. I think this one is looking a little too bright actually, but I may have just been heavy-handed today. What is my favorite makeup brand? So I think I have the most Charlotte Tilbury products, but I have stuff from a few different brands. It's not all her stuff. I have the Dior foundation, the glowy one specifically is my favorite. Love, love, love this one. Oh, thank you, David. That was so sweet. That was really, really supportive of the community. And I like the hourglass because of the rose gold here. Really important. And this diamond balm highlighter from Fenty is really cute. I don't have any other Fenty products, but this one I did pick up. And yeah, a lot of them are Charlotte Tilbury. I think I like the rose gold packaging. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm trying to do more dewy, glowy makeup too, especially in the winter because I find that a lot of the like matte products suck the life out of my skin and my skin already feels really dry. You can't really tell on camera, but I can feel it. It's like tight and dehydrated. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Do glowing makeup. So this one is called the Forever Skin Glow, and this will make your skin more glowy. So when I'm talking about glowy makeup, I mean this. I don't use matte products. One other product that helps you look glowy is this. This is not a setting spray. This is like a fixing spray. So it takes that powder and helps everything sink into your skin. And we're gonna do some highlight today because that's one of my favorite products. This is pretty. It's a very like light highlighter. It kind of just looks glowy. It's not sparkle, but it's just a little bit glowier. So if you're going for a more natural look, this is what I would recommend. Hi, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, nice. What is your favorite kind of lip gloss? I I don't know when I started wearing makeup. It was probably sometime in high school, but at the time, like, I wasn't wearing most of anything, probably just, like, a little bit of chapstick, something tinted. Oh, thank you. So my skincare routine is the number one thing that helps my skin makeup look better, because once your skin underneath looks glowing, then the makeup just looks flawless on top. Mhm. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks, Jack. Yes, if you're enjoying our live stream, please hit the like button. He's gonna help me be a better influencer because sometimes I forget to mention these things. I would like to try some more cream blushes. If anyone has recommendations for that, let me know. When I see girls online use cream, I think it looks beautiful, but I've not kind of figured out the system for myself. I'm scared that if I put the cream on, it's gonna ruin the other products I have on my skin. So I haven't been doing that yet, but it looks really natural when everyone does it online. Oh, helpful. I think a lot of people are lost these days, not just women. It's a little sad for me. Sometimes, like, I read the comments on Instagram or here, and a lot of people feel lost. And I just think because there's so many options with what you could do for your life that it's like sensory overload and it's impossible not to be lost at that point. Oh, that's fun. This could be a fun time to get into some, like, simple skincare too. I got into skincare when I was young because I had horrible cystic acne. So I wasn't a big makeup person because I was really embarrassed by my skin. I had painful pimples on my chin, and sometimes I still struggle with them. But when I was younger, I was like acne face. So I was constantly in and out of the dermatologist, and I started using tattoo makeup foundation to cover this. Wouldn't recommend, that's horrible for your skin. But I was just so, like, self-conscious about it, I couldn't help myself. But I wished I had started focusing on my healthy habits so that my skin could glow, because I was not eating well at all. I was eating a really unhealthy diet, and had I really focused on my nutrition earlier, I would have had better skin. But instead, I was, like, cutting out whole food groups because someone online told me to do so. So definitely focus on your nutrition and your skin will glow. I have relaxing plans for Saturday. I have to film some videos and then I'm gonna head to the gym. So that's what we're doing for Get Ready With Me today. All right. Oh, my tea is cold. That's no good. Who likes my teapot? My friend gave me this. I think it's so precious. It will be on many live streams to come because it just makes my heart happy. I'm so blessed. I have so many great friends. And I've been very lonely at parts of my life because, when life is hard, you figure out who your real friends are, right? And a lot of my friends have left during challenging phases of my life, which has made me sad. But you realize that true friends will be there for you even during tough times. Thank you. Thank you, Simona. I'm trying to find my eyebrow product right now, but she's missing somewhere. Oh, here it is. This is little tiny, I call it eyebrow mascara from Benefit. That's not its official name, though, to be fair. Okay. And I just kind of glue these all in place together. Ta-da! Alrighty, let's get some chapstick on. My lips are so dehydrated. I love the Lano Lips chapsticks in winter, but I've just run out, so I have to go get more of those. And then sometimes I'm just gonna go blendy over here because I can see some of the blush is not blended. Nice. Okay. What kind of cream makeup do you like? Because I am trying to try more cream options. As I mentioned, I just don't know how to use them. Like, I grew up using powders and I know how to use those, but I've not figured out how to use the cream products without, like, moving the other makeup. I don't feel like we're trying to cover imperfections with makeup. I feel like I use my makeup to, like, highlight the parts of my features that bring me joy. So, like, my eyes are some of my favorite features, my cheekbones. So whenever I put sparkle and glitter on those, it makes me happier because I see them more in the mirror. Okay, spray time. Whee! Don't open your eyes when you do this because it'll get inside and then you'll be hurting for the next hour. Okay, this is my setting spray I use every single time. Ooh, really? Where do you live? I live in New England. There's also snow where I live. I'm not a fan. Right now it's like 15 degrees outside, and apart from, like, going to the gym, I will not be going outside at all. Oh, I get it. So, like, if I had powder blush, we'd just be, like, patting it in. I can try that one time. It'd be fun. Yes, Rhode Island. I'm from Rhode Island. Okay, let's clean up a little bit. Let's check the notes to make sure we have nothing we have to talk about. Okay, so we were talking all about habits today, and I just wanted to remind you guys that if creating new habits is hard, it means that you don't have the right structure to make them easy. So all the things we talked about in terms of creating good environments, getting Keystone habits, and changing your identity will all help you create great habits for the new year. I hope this helps and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.